Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. We've had an awesome stretch of weather. We should be outside somewhere today, but Ryan and I are inside. We got a lot of good things going on in the city, so I'm going to give you a few updates. First, I'm going to let you know it's Mass Clean Energy Week. And why is that so important? Well, this year, the Northeast Renewable Energy Coalition is having their Mass Clean Energy Week in Boston. So I was able to go there on Monday, and I was one of the keynote speakers talking about all the great things that we're doing around clean energy and resiliency and sustainability here in Newburyport. And it was a lot of fun. I was one of 14 speakers, and just the energy in the room was great. There was 2 other mayors there as well, but a lot of companies that operate in the energy space. So that was day one, and there's a whole week-long list of activities going on, right? So how Newburyport's participating the rest of the week is that we did that Monday. On Thursday, there's a policies panel with a number of mayors. So I get to go into Boston, and I'm going to take part in that. So I'm looking forward to that. On Friday, there's 2 things happening. One, we're having a spotlight tour here. So the Northeast Renewable Energy Coalition is hosting a bus tour here in Newburyport. So we're going to bus people around to a lot of different sites and projects that we've been working on here in the city. So it's great. We were one of 3 cities, along with Brockton and Holyoke, and 4 cities, and Worcester, to get highlighted for the Spotlight City Tour. So we're thrilled about that. And then on Friday night, there's this big gala in Boston, and Newburyport's actually up for 3 different awards. And I think I talked a little bit about this last week, but our wonderful Molly Ettenborough is up for Sustainability Director of the Year. The city is up for a Clean Energy Community of the Year. And then I'm actually up for an award too. So who knows if we'll get them or not, but it's just thrilled to be, I'm thrilled to be nominated. That's what you say, right? When you get nominated for a award. I'm just thrilled to be nominated. But again, we're so lucky. Again, we don't do these things alone, right? I mean, one, I'm so lucky to have Molly in this leadership role, but we have such an active community when it comes to these issues, right? We have, the Energy Advisory Council. We have the Resiliency Committee. We have so many volunteers who are passionate. We have Storm Surge, and I mean, there's so many different groups of people out there that are passionate about these types of issues, and that's what drives a lot of the work here in Newburyport. So that's what's happening this week, but we're really excited to be a part of Clean Energy Week. And again, we're shining a big light on the city, which I think is always great as well. The State Street work is continuing. I know it's a mess, but we have traffic being able to pass there right now, which is great. We finished all the milling work, and now they're doing a lot of the kind of prep work before we pave. So I think we've got a week of prep work, and we're hoping to have the paving done within the next 2 weeks, all right? So we'll continue to post information out there. I don't envision us having to close the street again. Again, we're going to be paving at night, so I mean, the goal is going to be to keep that open. And then it's going to have to sit for a while before we can actually paint it. But we should have as long as weather cooperates, a brand new State Street here in the next couple weeks. So again, keep visiting those State Street restaurants and businesses. Again, they're staying open during this time. And again, we're going to try to not interrupt traffic flow on the street as much as possible during these next 2 weeks. I had a Whittier working group meeting this week, and it was kind of a tense meeting because the Whittier School Committee had taken a vote, and some had taken issue with the makeup of the building committee that they just formed again. And just to remind everybody, we're looking at this shared campus model with Northern Essex, right? Brand new. There's nothing like this in Massachusetts, right? So we're looking at this partnership. Northern Essex has land and facilities that they can help use with Whittier. And really, we're just talking about the future of career and technical education, right? So we've been having those conversations for a long time now. I've been happy to be a big part of those conversations. And now we're at the point where we're in that Massachusetts School Building Authority pipeline, right? And we have to form a building committee, all right? And this happened the last time when that vote, other plan was voted down. So we're at the building committee, and the way we decided is that each committee would be able to have a person on the building committee. So I chose Frank Cousins. I mean, he's got a lot of experience with all 11 communities. He's worked on big capital projects before, and he's also someone I really trust to bring this, be the right voice for Newburyport in that committee. And he also has ties to Northern Essex as well. So anyways, there was some conversation, and actually a letter got sent to the MSBA kind of criticizing the building committee, even though it was approved by the school committee. So we had a meeting about that, and I think we kind of reset made sure we were all on the same page. I think we're going to really put a premium on getting that right communication out to the public moving forward. And there's going to be 2 tracks going forward, right? This working group is going to morph into the regional agreement group, because I think we do have to solve that problem before we decide to move forward with anything, or before anything really gets brought to the public. And at the same time, that building committee is going to work toward what's that shared campus model look like, what's the design look like, what's the future of Whittier and vocational education look like, and what kind of building are they going to need to keep that school moving, future focused around workforce and education. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I think that's all I'll say. It's going well, but again, there's just so many unknowns right now still too. So I think we're having really productive conversations. I think the group really has enjoyed, these 11 communities have enjoyed working together on this. Again, that was what was missing last time. So we are still working all together on this, and we've made a lot of headway, and I think tackling this regional agreement will be the next big hurdle for this group. And it's something we tried to do, a few months ago, right, with the task force right after the vote, right, over a year ago now. And we did make some progress. So we're going to be able to kind of pick up where we left off, but we all have to get on the same page before we move forward. We had a cool ceremony here at City Hall today. We swore in another police officer. So right, this is the second one in a month. It was Shay Lucatoni. He is a Newburyport resident. He's been here for a couple years. He comes from a long line of police officers, which is amazing. I kind of brought up the Cutter family this morning because we just had John Cutter retire for the fire department on Friday, and he came from such a long line of firefighters in Newburyport. So now Shay comes from a similar family. His father's actually a police officer in Wenham, and it was great. His family was there. Marshall Simons did a great job. And it's just great. It's a wonderful time to work for our police department. We have wonderful leadership in place. We have great veterans to learn from. And we have a lot of up and coming officers coming through the ranks right now as well. So congrats to Shay. We're lucky to have you, and good luck as we move forward. Yesterday, I got to do a pretty cool thing. I got to sing happy birthday to a 100-year-old Newburyport resident, Carmen Deans, down at Country Manor at the bottom of North Atkinson and Low Street. Turned 100, and she was the biggest ray of sunshine I've ever spoken to. She was just smiling and happy and so, just so nice to be around. And she has so many nice things to say. Lifelong Newburyport resident. So it was great. We had a lot of great, it was nice, trying to see if she knew some of my relatives and things like that. So we had a great conversation. Senator Tar and Don Shan were there as well, our state legislators. And really, it was a wonderful afternoon, and she was so just thankful to get recognized from this milestone age of turning 100. Think of the things she's seen in her 100 years, which is pretty amazing. A couple things going on this weekend. We have the chocolate tour going on. That benefits the community services group here in the city, which is just an amazing group that does so much, Community Services of Newburyport. That chocolate tour starts 12 to 4. Yep, 12 to 4, and it's a self-guided tour. So if you have any questions, search Chocolate Tour in Newburyport, and they can give you the information. And on Sunday, we have the Jeannie Geiger Walk Against Domestic Violence. That starts at 9 a.m., starts down here at Market Landing Park. Huge event each year. It looks like it's going to be beautiful weather. So if you can come out and walk on a really great cause, Jeannie Geiger does so much in our community, even the greater Newburyport community, just not in Newburyport. But this is one of the biggest things they do all year, along with their White Ribbon event, is this walk they do every year. So again, I encourage you, if you've got some time on Sunday, come out and walk against domestic violence. And then, so I have a guest today. So we haven't seen the guest yet, but it is Paula Etsy from the PEG Center, and she's going to talk to us about an all-community book read. So you know what? Let's go sit at the table and talk to Paula a little bit. Hi, it's Mayor Sean Reardon. Welcome back to the Mayor's Corner. I am so lucky. I have one of my favorite people in the whole world, Paula Etsy, here. I've got to work with her so much these last 4 years. She's like a volunteer extraordinaire in the city. She has the PEG Center. So she's here today because she has this all-community book read. And Paula, why don't you just tell us a little bit about the project and how people can get involved?
Sure, thank you. Thanks for having me. Over the summer, the PEG Center took a little bit of a hiatus, like a lot of activist groups did in our community, to re-establish ourselves in the current climate that we're in. And we came up with this positive project that we're so excited about, and that is a community-wide read of a climate book called The Future We Choose, and it's the stubborn optimist guide to the climate crisis. The reason we want to do a citywide read is because what has risen to the surface for us is this desire, this passion of a common language. And if we can establish common languages in the areas that we want to focus change on, then potentially we can do collective action. So that's the whole point. We are launching the book read on October 30th right here at City Hall Auditorium with a really big program, a storyteller. The most important thing is that we'll be giving away 100 or more books. Whoever signs up and comes will get a free book. Out of that, there will be some book discussions established after the book read. So from October 30th until the end of November, we're encouraging people to read the book, sign up for a discussion, but the most important part of this, because we are an activist organization, is that at the end of this book read, we're going to establish with teams that are already in place 2 or 3 or 4 initiatives based on climate change that we can actually do together as a community, as a city, and we're going to get to work on it December into next year. So we encourage you to come on October 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. Get your free book. Look for our flyers here at City Hall online and through our website, obviously, and if you're on our email list. Our website is thepegcenter.org. So I think that's, and this book is for you.
Oh, I get the first one. Oh, I love getting gifts. All right, this is great. You know, it's actually Massachusetts Clean Energy Week, so feeding into all that around climate change and what we can do here. I mean, it's been such a focus of my administration. I think it's so important, and to have that kind of lens in everything that we do here in the city. So I encourage everybody on October 30th to come here, get your free book. It's such a great activity to take part as a community, doing this together, because we're all in this together, right? So again, thank you, Paula, for being here. Any questions, you can reach out to the PEG Center. And Paula, I hope to have you on a Mayor's Corner again soon.
Me too.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care.